Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
I'm fine. Needless to say, I'm not too thrilled with this whole fiasco, and it is a fiasco. If you don't mind, I would like to ask Councilman Condon one question before I get back to you. It was on something he said over there. Of all those people that lost their jobs, city police, city fire, anyone in the city, did that have anything to do with the passage of Proposition 2.5?
No.
Nothing to do with it?
No. Proposition 2.5, the city took the big hit around 1981 and 1982. It was budget cuts from the state, local aid was cut. It hurt our revenue side of the budget, and the cuts had to be made.
Okay, and in addition to that, how long did it take to get I'll say the three main departments, police, fire, and teachers, because salaries are the responsibility of the mayor and the council. They are the people that drag most of the tax money that we pay. So the thing I want to get across is that the mayor, and I'm ready for you, Mr. Mayor, the mayor on many occasions has said publicly, privately, and in the newspapers that he was going to run this city like a business. Well, I don't believe for 1 minute that this city is being run like a business. The problem is you're getting X number of dollars coming in with taxes. The second item is that with that money, you as a top executive vice president or president are supposed to submit a budget that will hopefully be passed by a receptive council. Now, I've gone to council meetings in the past. I don't want to get into that because I've spent 15 months. I went to every meeting of the council for 15 months. And believe me, if you want to see a joke, sometimes I was the only person in the council hall that was a taxpayer that was really in to help the taxpayers. And I watched things go on. I think, Mr. Mayor, that was the one time in that 3-year span, one time that the council fought you on something. I forget what it was, but they were so adamant that you were wrong, and you were, that they finally had to vote against you. I don't even remember where it went, to be honest with you. But we are not getting the representation that we're entitled to as taxpayers. We're not getting it. You can see it in other cities and towns. The little towns, you don't see it so much because they have town councils and they do all their business in the councils with their representatives that are there. They're not from amongst 56,000 people. They're amongst a group of people that are not afraid of the mayor or the man who is hired to do the mayor's duties. They act. And when something comes up that stinks, they attack it and get rid of it no matter what. I'm very, very sorry that you, as the chief executive officer of this city, has came out, and we have to blame you because you're where it started. And we have to blame them because we didn't get enough of them with enough guts to oppose you when you should have been opposed. You know this is not personal. This is Bill Cullen. 73 years I've lived in Malden. And I'm ashamed to say that this body, this governmental body, the council, shake your head on us. I'll have to go back to you because you are the chief. And you started it, and then you got your votes all wrapped up and everything else, and you had the vote, and 4 people said no, so you won. Then what got me the most was the sneaky way it was done. Yes. The sneaky way it was done. It was not brought out as it should have been brought out. People should have known. If somebody that's in government, especially from the State House, wants to write some kind of a thing, my God, the Malden News will give them half a page. But something comes in like this, a little something down in the corner. People don't know what's going on in the city. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe you should have a telephone bank and put out something every single day that people can call that number and find out what's going on in the city. Because nobody knows what's going on in the city. Not even if they read the news or the Observer, they don't know. They could know if they go to the council meetings, you get a little bit out of it. But as I found out after 15 months, I gave up. I didn't give up listening because I kept going and watching and listening on television. So if television is the answer to get people made aware of problems that we are having now, and this one is a problem, it's not going away. Someone brought up the health. Somebody else brought something about dumping things in the street. We're going to have to hire people to go after to go chase up and down the streets. I'm not talking immediately. I'm talking as people, even from other cities and towns, will be dropping their junk anywhere. This Linfells Parkway, I use it a lot. I don't know how many times I go over there, there's always trash. And it's not coming from cars that are parked here and they have a little, these are things that are being dumped. Now, I know that's state property and they're responsible for it. However, I can see the same thing happening in Malden. And I think that the city of Malden was picked because it's a blue-collar city, number one, and it was picked by the state because they knew that they could ride it through the city of Malden because they have 56,000 disinterested taxpayers, or not necessarily taxpayers, people that live in Malden. I don't know what the answer is, but I know one thing. This should never have been passed the way it was passed. It was sneaky, and much to my surprise, it's in. I mean, this place could be filled twice over, and the only thing you have to do tonight is listen to people like me, get up here and complain, and then when you go home, whether it's 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, you can say to yourself, well, boy, I'm glad that's over. I hope I never have another one like that for the rest of the year, at least.
Well, we finally agree on something.